Correct.
All right, Tom, let's roast the Bears for a minute here.
Yes,
Give
ladies
me
and
the
gentlemen.
deets on this stadium stuff, because I don't know.
This is gonna be Tom Grossi's segment here. I came very prepared for this. So yes, this is something that's been in the works for quite some time. The Chicago Bears announcing, it was actually late last night, but the Bears actually making an announcement this morning that they have secured the space to build a new stadium in Arlington Park in the Burbs. By the way, great movie from Tom Hanks. It's a good movie, The Burbs.
Oh, classic.
Classic movie. So yeah, they've secured this to basically pave the way. It's a construction pun. Pave the way to get a brand new spanking stadium. And listen, this is gonna be a long, prolonged process. They still have a lease over in Chicago. Like they got things that they got to work over and hurdles.
So they're moving further away though from the downtown area,
correct,
from the action.
They are literally moving to the burbs. Yeah, 1,000,000%. Right? They're going to.
Seems dumb.
And if I'm not mistaken, there's also talks about it being an indoor stadium, which listen, bunch of cowards. And now the only outdoor stadium will be in the NFC North will be the Green Bay Packers. Just gonna say. And so, yeah, I mean, again, it's moving away from the downtown area, a little bit more in the Burby area. It's supposed to be like super nice, what have you. Regardless, I have come up with what I thought is a foolproof plan regarding this move. And, I know a lot of people are like, oh, man, like Soldier Field. Oh, it's just so historic. It's so great. Whatever. I don't care. Here's what we're going to talk about here. This is my 25-step plan to taking down the Chicago Bears. Number one, they have secured the rights to get this new property, right? Boom. Already done. They did the job for me. Probably spending a crap ton of money, right? There's already a major investment in this land. Now, Bears president and CEO Ted Phillips is going to be looking for a contractor, right? Someone to build this brand new stadium. Okay, I form an LLC. What do I call it? Stadiums and Stuff, right? The N and apostrophe. It's not and, so it seems cool. It seems hip, right? Phillips is looking at this and is like, oh, well, this makes a lot of sense. Like, look at these guys. We want to be cool and hip with the kids, right?
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, please.
I think it should be Chi-Town Stadiums and Stuff.
Oh.
Really lure them in. Be like, oh, this is a Chicago guy.
Okay.
Going to give us the lowest bid?
Okay. I like that. If I can work somehow deep dish pizza into that title as well, I think it's a solid home run.
Chi-Town Deep Dish Windy City Stadium and Stuff.
I think that's a winner right there. And we can figure out the branding later, but it'd just be a big pizza dripping off a stadium. Anyway, right? So I looked up the numbers, folks. The most expensive stadiums, not shockingly, are the past two built stadiums. SoFi Stadium, total construction cost $5.5 billion. Allegiant Stadium, New Raider Stadium, $1.9 billion.
Yeah, that's actually very cheap. That's like the lowest amount you can get a stadium for these days.
I go to Phillips and I go, hey, bud, listen. 5.5 is a lot of money, right? I'm going to cut you a deal. Being from Chi-Town, being a Chicagoan native myself, right? Love that deep dish.
Michael Jordan. Love him.
Love him. Love that guy. Love the Bulls.
Go Bulls. Bears.
I'll charge you 2.5 bill. That's it. Like I'll make you a beautiful stadium. Phil's like, wow, this is great. And this is a guy, listen, and people might be like, Tom, how do you even get through the door at this point? This is a guy who not only allows Ryan Pace to be there, he also was there and is still there when Matt Nagy is the head coach. And on top of that, they traded up for Mitch Trubisky. So guys, we're going to, we can suspend our disbelief just a little bit because honestly, this is probably realistic. Okay. So I go, listen, bud, Ted, we're on the first name. Give me the 2.5. This guy's like, oh my God, that's a great deal. This is perfect, right?
Venmo me.
Venmo it. Of course, and they're raising taxes, so this is also going to hurt Chicago as well. So they're raising taxes, right? I get a Venmo real quick. I got to verify my number or whatever. 2.5 bill in the bank. Now, at this point, this is where things get a little bit crazy. We're going to have to bring in some outside help. We have people who have designed graphics for this show and for my channel, Mr. John Robertson, right? He's a great guy. He knows how to do things. He made our intro. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
So what do I need to do? I'm going to be like, hey, John, Here's like $500, right? Create some schematics for a brand new stadium and make a fancy intro for it too, right?
Yeah.
And that it's gonna be easy.
I like how you have $2.5 billion in your bank and you're like $500, John.
Well, listen, I'm not being greedy. There's a reason why he's getting 500. You know, I'll tip him like 250 if Ted is really on board. So here's the thing, right? That's happening. Well, it's also 500 too, because I don't want him to have to declare it on his taxes. So actually, I'm doing him a favor.
Oh,
so,
fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've thought this out. So anyway, so he builds this beautiful intro. The schematics are great for the stadium. It's looking beautiful, right? And I'm just feeding this to him. Now, Ted Keys is probably going to be like, hey, I want to visit the construction site. And I have already installed barriers all around. And I'm like, sorry, like authorized personnel only. And, you know, we can't see it yet. You know, down the line each year that this is going on, I just throw John another $500. Like he creates like these new schematics, makes it look real realistic, right? All this stuff. All right, time comes. Oh man, they demolished Soldier Field because they're ready to move into this brand new stadium. What happened? I remove the barrier. There's nothing there. There is no new stadium. There is now no stadium for the Chicago Bears. But you're probably wondering at this point, Tom, what did you do with all the money? That's $2.5 billion. What did you do? Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's a wide receiver named Davante Adams on the Green Bay Packers who's looking to be the highest paid wide receiver in the frickin' NFL. DeAndre Hopkins making over $20 million a year. Guess what, guys? That's not a freaking problem. I got $2.5 billion.
Smart.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? I make a donation to Green Bay. I just call up Mark Murphy, the CEO and president of the Green Bay Packers. I go, Mark, I've secured the bag. Transfer those funds over. Aaron Rodgers, play for as long as you want in Green Bay. Davante Adams, sure. We can get Corey Linsley back if Josh Myers doesn't work out. We could go get Khalil Mack because he's a free agent because the Bears don't exist anymore.
Wow.
And that is how I single-handedly sink the Chicago Bears.
And save the Packers.
And save the Green Bay Packers. Thank you.
Davante Adams is so good that when he got blasted in the face with a helmet-to-helmet hit, he was just like, yeah, it didn't hurt my head. My chest kind of hurt a little bit after that. Like his face transfers the force of a hit into the rest of his body so he doesn't get a concussion. Like what other receiver can do that? None. Sale price, $197 million.
Hasn't been there since 1927. Went there a few weeks ago to experience it. It's pretty fun. Maybe they can keep track and build a stadium. Well, again, what we call in Chicago deep dish, Chi-Town, Windy City stadiums and stuff. Listen, 197. They're gonna pay 2.5 bill. Like, listen, it's gonna be rocking and rolling. And I think that this is a foolproof plan. I don't see how this doesn't work out in my favor.
Yeah, I don't know why you would move your stadium out to the suburbs like that. The Broncos did the smart thing when they tore down Mile High and built what was friggin' Invesco Field, became something else, and now is something else. They built it right next to where the stadium was. Which is really close to downtown, but it's still not close enough because it's like just far away enough from everything. Like they're having to build infrastructure to try to make it easy to get to. But like you want fans to be able to go to the stadiums and experience the bars and the restaurants and everything after that, and moving it to the suburbs.
Listen,
doesn't seem like it'll work out for the Bears, but it sounds like you're fine with that.
It's fine. And Zach bringing up a point, they won't be demolished because Chicago soccer team's playing there. Yeah, but guess what? I'm going to build another stadium for the Chicago soccer team. What have they done? Nothing. That's called collateral damage. So they don't get a stadium either.
It'll be underwater too.
That's
first
soccer,
underwater soccer team.
That's it. So you know what? That honestly, it doesn't matter.
We got hot ideas coming in.
So
let's.
I'm sorry. People in the chat right now saying, first of all, Nick, no. You Justin Fields should be afraid of their offensive line. 1. And 2, some people coming in the chat being like, oh, Tom, that's fraud. You could go to prison. At this point, I'm going to have like $1.5 billion left.
Have you ever seen a billionaire go to prison? I haven't.
No, it's not going to happen, folks.
The closest is Bernie Madoff.
That's going to be just fine. I'm going to be like, yeah. And listen, the people of Green Bay and the Grossi posse, we're going to fundraise to get me out of prison anyway. It's going to be fine.
Yeah. Well, and also, like, you can just hide.
That's true. I'm really good at hide and seek.
All you have to do for the government or the law enforcement to not find you is just destroy your phone.
That's also
destroy your phone and then leave your house. They can't track you.
You know, I will say,
grow a beard.
I will say the other idea I have is that right now I go buy a piece of land right next to where this stadium is going to be built, and I make it into a parking lot, and I charge people $40 to park there. Over time, I just funnel that money right into the Green Bay Packers organization. That ain't a crime. That's called being an entrepreneur. So I got backups. I got backups upon backups upon backups. So
it's funny that you're trying to destroy a team that poses absolutely no threat to you.
No, but it's out of spite. It's out of pure spite. Listen, you haven't even heard what I'm going to do to the Vikings, but that's next week.